Borovenskiy. I'm the artistic director of ProEnglish Theater of Ukraine. And together with Alina Zievakova, we'll be talking about raw relief acting workshops that Alina designed starting from April, May 2022. I'm going to give you a brief context of why and how it all started. Right now, I am talking from the premises of ProEnglish Theater in Kiev, and we are the small independent theater company producing plays in English and doing acting workshops in English. And because we are small independent theater company, our theater premises is the basement, which is when Russians attacked Ukraine from every direction. This is where we came. We came to the basement to save ourselves from the bombs, from the bombings and shellings. And this is where me, Alina, and other teammates from the company, we spent 35, 40 days being here in the premises of the theater. We slept where we used to perform art. We ate in our rehearsal area. And well, we basically stayed here for 40 days because Kiev was heavily attacked in February and March. And the one thing that kept us sane at that moment was the art. Because, well, we got a couple guitars, we got ukulele, we got the projector for the movies, we listened to music a lot, we played, we sang, we talked. But art is something that helped us keep this thing in its place during this chaos and insanity. Art and work. We started rehearsing performances on the first week. As soon as we finished out with logistics, with food, people we host, cats we host, we started doing art. Alina took part in a performance as an actress. I staged a performance as a theater director. Art helped us. So that's probably one of the things that brought us to the idea, or brought Alina to the idea of raw. And another thing was this work that we started doing in the middle of March, when me and actresses of English Theater and Alina as an actress, we started working with journalists. We went to the small towns around Kiev region and we started talking to people, helping journalists, translating, finding the stories for them. And we met people who were not that lucky as we were, who didn't have the theater shelter or basement, and who suffered the direct interaction with Russians. And by direct interaction, I mean direct in every matter. So meeting those people and us being artists eventually brought us with this thing called raw relief acting workshop idea. And Alina brought it to me. And the moment I heard it, I say, yeah, of course. And how it works and how we did it, Alina's going to tell you.
Yeah, Alex, thank you very much. And I'm going to expand on all of that. Actually, I'm going to show how it was partially. Just a second, I will demonstrate the screen. Poetry after Auschwitz is barbaric is a very famous quote. I'm sure you all have heard by Adorno. And as Alex mentioned, when we were in the midst of it, just a second. Sorry, you hear the echo. Sorry.
Yes, it might be better to just have one mic on, Alina.
There we go. Sorry about that. Can you hear me now? Okay. Perfect. So this quote, when we were in a very, active stage of the invasion, first 2 weeks, it was hard to find your place in general, to understand what to do. And we were, from the first day trying to do our best. So we hosted people in our theater, because it is a basement, and here you can see how it all was going on. And during that time, we were actively volunteering, as Alex mentioned, starting working with journalists, and it appeared that art and culture have no place in this new reality. And after it became more or less, I wouldn't say safer, but understandable what is going on, and many of the people from very vulnerable categories left, like children and elderly, we had a bit of more of a resource to think broader and to realize how we can help with what we know how to do best. So that came the new stage of this period, which was creating the performances, and we created two, these particular ones, the New World Order and the Book of Sirens. Alex directed the Book of Sirens, I performed in the New World Order. And to tell you the truth, the moment when we presented both of those with live audience and as a streaming, and when people came, both we and people, the audience, felt really weird, inappropriate. There was a mixture of feelings, because when you perform and there is an air raid siren going, you can hear it, and you can hear the sounds of the bombings, and it seems crazy to perform in this reality, in these circumstances. And it took us, this topic of this quote was resonating. Should art exist? Should we continue to do what we do? And at one point we realized that 100% yes, because we have seen the reaction, the result of people who have attended these performances, and how it helped them to process everything that was going on completely different level. So here comes the birth of this idea, because again, it is coming back to what we know how to do best, only adjusting to the new circumstance, because we felt the need for assisting the trauma that touched absolutely everyone in different ways, the different depth of this raw, that's why raw, the abbreviation, relief acting workshop, because the trauma, this wound is so raw, because the war is still going on. The trauma is active stage. So we realized that adapting the tools we had before the war, so not only the theater segment, which is crucial, it's really important, as we felt on our skin, on our body cell, but also the direct interaction with people. And yes, we faced how the power of theater culture in the face of the atrocities and despair and uncertainty, how it supports in such subtle way, and in such, that's why Augusto Boal, that's why drama therapy, because game-like exercises help people without them even realizing that it's going on. So the structure, as for now, we are doing it as a free weekly event, multilingual, because prior to that, it was our principle that we do everything in English, because we are English-speaking theater and drama school, and it was also a cultural aspect of, spreading the English around as a cultural aspect, because we are the only one solemnly English-speaking institution as theater. And now we realize that for time being, we need to adjust and we need to incorporate both English and Ukrainian, so it is accessible to everyone. We have a different facilitator each week, so these are the coaches, trainers in different disciplines, physical theater, different bodily movement techniques, different forms of theater, and therefore each Sunday we're holding it on weekends. People have different technique and way how they can cope with whatever they are experiencing. And as I already mentioned, yes, free admission, accepting everyone who is willing to come. And yes, since we started holding those, we got so many different feedbacks from people, from actual participants. So I would say that many of them shared that it's a safe space for any kind of emotions. It's facing something they were afraid to face on their own, which is crucial in this moment, because again, many of us are experiencing a range of emotions that have no idea how to deal with. And the thing is that what we are doing is mainly associated with, laughter, inappropriateness. This is not a time, this is not a space. People feel shame for smiling. Some of the people who came told us that they felt shame on coming on the way to the training, because what training during war? And throughout all of those exercises and experiences, we are talking through and we are addressing all of that. So at the end, they also say that they are receiving something that they have been putting away for long time, not prioritizing it, because again, prioritizing help, volunteering, and self-care, and taking care of first and foremost of your resource to help, because again, the war still goes on and we don't know for how long it's going to be. So I believe for now 100% that it's crucial to hold the sessions like that, to help people process whatever they're going through, to overcome and to continue. So currently the goals of, because we are only, in this particular aspect and instance, we are only at the beginning, and the goals are kind of combining. One of the paths, one of the aspects is making combined tours of the performances that we currently have, and offering one day of a performance and second day of everybody who is willing to come to the workshop. And we have two paths of organizing trips and workshops within Ukraine, within the territories that has been liberated, and the other one is to go abroad to access refugees who are also in very, very hard states all over the world. So again, as I personally believe in the power of here and now, I feel that the necessity of live participation is needed. That's why we are planning these trips. And basically, not only holding it in Kiev as we do right now. So yes, that's pretty much it for the moment. Also, we how we are able to do all of that throughout all this time, because again, jobs and plans are very unstable right now. All this time we have had a Patreon that has been supporting us from different communities all over the world, and pretty much that has been the way how we are continuing to function and continuing to offer people help for free, so they can attend these sessions and we can go on as the institution. Yeah, so that is pretty much it for the presentation. And I would love to talk and to have a discussion afterwards, after everybody's presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.